cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. At Cash and Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need, from groceries to household essentials. Our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale, we're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseville, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry.
All right, let's say good morning to the team there at Fresh Market Pharmacy. How are you doing this morning, Mr. Thompson, your team?
Morning, Matt. Morning, Matt, and all our listeners. We're doing fine. We have a full house today. And today we're going to talk on glaucoma, because apparently the world is recognizing that condition this week, and we want to raise awareness of the need for screening, for testing, because it's that's the only way it can be diagnosed and you can get assisted before it get worse. So we're going to talk about glaucoma. We had something else to talk about, but we just shift a bit and we'll talk about glaucoma today to encourage most persons to give, especially when we give information on the use of the eye drops. Eye drops used critical to control the pressure of the eye, to retard the progression of the speed at which one goes blind. So that's glaucoma. But I want to say morning to some of our avid listeners, like Nurse Jacob, morning to you. Morning to Gali, the electrician, to Andrew Joseph, Ricky, morning to you. Butcho, morning to you. Wayne and May and Ronald and Edith, morning to you. We are here. Well, Edith was here and Ronald wasn't here. Morning to you all. Annie and Albert, and of course, Andrew Joseph. Of course, our staff at Fresh Market and Best Price. Debbie, morning to you. Debbie, Barbara, Tewitt, and Joe Christmas, Dr. Banis, morning to all of you. Dr. Hamlet, morning to all of you. And of course, Eddie. Good. So, we, as mentioned, glaucoma. Taking action. We have an opportune time to take action. What action? So, just to introduce it, you can fight what you can. You can't fight what you can't see, which is precisely what makes glaucoma so dangerous. You can't fight what you can't see. So you need to know what's there to fight it. Glaucoma actually is known as a silent thief of sight. Silent thief of sight. Glaucoma steals peripheral vision so gradually that most people don't notice the damage until it's severe. So this week we recognize as glaucoma between March 8 to 14, 26. And what the world is doing, research is doing, says there are rallies, communities, clinicians, and individuals worldwide under a single mission: detect glaucoma. So you detect glaucoma early, treat it promptly, eliminate preventable blindness. Key factors: detect it early, treat it early, and you're going to eliminate preventable blindness. So, for instance, the theme for this year is Uniting for Glaucoma-Free World. Makes clear that no single person, country, or health system can tackle this challenge alone. Awareness begins with everyone. Awareness. So that's what we want to do. So first of all, just a brief overview of what glaucoma is. What is glaucoma?
Glaucoma describes a group of eye diseases that damage the optic nerve, the critical pathway that carries visual information from the eye to the brain. In most cases, elevated intraocular pressure drives that damage. However, some people develop glaucoma even with normal pressure. Either way, the result is the same: progressive, irreversible vision loss. Approximately 80 million people worldwide currently live with glaucoma, and researchers project that figure will climb to more than 112 million by 2040 as the global population ages. Glaucoma ranks as the second leading cause of blindness worldwide, trailing only cataracts. Unlike cataracts, glaucoma causes permanent vision loss that doctors cannot restore. That permanence makes early detection urgent, not just important.
Yes, very urgent. So that's glaucoma. That's a brief overview of glaucoma. Now, what's the symptoms? Are there symptoms? Um, are there symptoms? What is like?
Primary open angle glaucoma, the most common form, typically develops with no pain, no redness, and no obvious warning signs. Peripheral vision fades first, and because the brain compensates by filling vision gaps, many people don't notice anything wrong until significant nerve damage has already occurred. Damage at that stage is permanent. Doctors can slow or halt further progressions with treatment, but they cannot reverse what glaucoma has already taken.
Right, very good. So hence the reason early diagnosis and treatment to stop and reduce the progress, slow the progress to preventable blindness. Now, who faces high? What about the risk factors? Let's look at the risk factors.
Anyone can develop glaucoma, but certain factors raise the odds significantly. Age. Adults 60 and older face a substantially higher risk, though the disease can affect people of any age, including children. Family history. First degree relatives of glaucoma patients face up to 10 times the more risk of developing the condition. Race and ethnicity. African Americans develop primary open angle glaucoma at higher rates and at younger ages than other groups. People of Hispanic and Latino descent also face an elevated risk as they age. Elevated intraocular pressure. High intraocular pressure is a primary risk factor and the target of most treatments. Certain medical conditions, diabetes, high blood pressure, and severe nearsightedness all increase susceptibility. Prolonged corticosteroid use. Long term steroid medications in eye drops, oral or inhaled form, can raise eye pressure and trigger secondary glaucoma.
Good. So risk factors, just briefly, adults 60 and over, but of course, it's open to anyone. Family history, as mentioned, and of course, race and ethnicity. Usually, African Americans suffer. They get the primary open angle glaucoma. That's the most common one. IOP, intraocular pressure, elevated IOP, is a primary risk factor and the target of most treatments. Some medical diabetes, high blood pressure, and also severe nearsightedness. Also, and medicine use steroids, inhaled steroids, oral steroids, even steroids that's used for on the skin. So steroids are like prednisolone, budesonide, and all of these, dexamethasone. Prolonged use of steroid can cause that. So these are some of the risk factors that you can probably be aware of. These are risk factors. What's the only way to know if you have glaucoma?
A comprehensive dilated eye exam, remains the gold standard for glaucoma detection. During the exam, your eye doctor measures intraocular pressure, examines the optic nerve, and tests your visual fields. Together, these assessments can catch glaucoma in its earliest stages before any noticeable vision loss occurs. Glaucoma Research Foundation reports that roughly half of all people with glaucoma worldwide remain undiagnosed. Closing that gap requires a straightforward commitment. Schedule the exam. Most eye care guidelines recommend that adults over 40 have a comprehensive eye exam at least every 2 years, with annual exams for those in higher risk categories. If you're overdue, World Glaucoma Week is the ideal moment to pick up the phone and make the appointment.
Right, and of course you can do that today. That was, I heard earlier on, there are quite a few opportunities today. Good. So the only way is get a screening. Know exactly. So your eye doctor will look into your eye. She knows what she's looking for. He or she knows what they're looking for. and they will tell you the results. So you can only do that by having a screening. You will not know what's wrong with you, but only the doctor can tell you. Catch glaucoma early, and treatment can protect your sight.
No cure exists for glaucoma yet, but effective treatments can protect the vision that remains. Eye drops that reduce intraocular pressure presents the first line of defense for most patients. Laser therapies, particularly selective laser trabeculoplasty, offer a proven alternative or complement to medication. Minimally invasive glaucoma surgeries have expanded options for patients who need more aggressive intervention, often with faster recovery time than traditional filtration surgery. The earlier treatment starts, the more vision doctors can preserve.
Again, treatment is the key, and the specialist, your eye doctor, will determine between you and will determine the best course of treatment. Some may need surgery, some may need laser, so the doctor will determine. But the start is getting the test done, getting the screening done, and the doctor will determine the rest. Sometimes the drugs are used to start off. We have quite a bit. We'll mention the drugs later on. The eye drops, the modern eye drops, and they're used with fewer side effects. In the past, the pilocarpine and all of these are serious side effects, but now the prostaglandins, the beta blockers, etc. These are fewer side effects. We'll talk about them and the need to be compliant once you're prescribed those drugs. So, but treatment, early diagnosis and treatment. How can, for instance, this week, what can you do? We can do a screening this week. Spread awareness. You can do that. It says register. It says talk to your family. For instance, a good point. Because glaucoma runs in families. Sharing information with relatives is one of the highest value actions you can take. Encourage parents, siblings, and other children, especially those, to get screened. So you can do that. I always tell persons information is freely available. They can go and read upon on their condition, read upon and share it with others. And of course, there's a lot of glaucoma research going around in the world. I see that we can support that. Good. Finding a cure. Hope is a cure in sight.
Vision is irreplaceable. Glaucoma is relentless. But caught early, it's also manageable. And the combination of regular screening, evidence-based treatment, and global awareness can prevent millions of people from losing sight they should never have to lose. While there's no cure for glaucoma, advancements in research continue to bring us closer to finding one and restoring vision loss. The tireless work of researchers continue to enhance our understanding of glaucoma daily. As a result, there's great hope for new and improved treatments, including innovative drug delivery methods, laser treatments, and less invasive surgical techniques.
Yes, very good. So as the time go along, advancement. A lot of research is being done with regards to treating glaucoma. So new drugs, new ways, better ways. And so we don't want to stay home and try to treat ourselves, as some people tend to do that. We need to go to the doctor and get evidence-based medicines. That's what we always encourage our friends to do. So finding a cure is they're relentless. Research is relentless. But the key is, if it's caught early, then something can be done to slow or prevent blindness, which is permanent blindness. Good. Let's take a break, and then we will come back and we'll delve into the drops, the various drops that are used, and precautions and tips to use those drops.
And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry, cash and carry. Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need. From groceries to household essentials, our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale, we're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseville, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We can't wait to sweat.
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out of stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop.
All right, let's go back to our team this morning, Mr. Thomas.
Good. So as mentioned, this week is being observed worldwide as glaucoma, and it's been encouraged that most persons do screening. If you haven't, you can do screening tests. You need to diagnose. You need to know what's it. So we looked at the risk factors. We look at the causes and so forth. So we're going to delve into that's our area. Our strong area as pharmacists is the area of the drops. So we're going to talk to you more about the drops, use of the drops.
When patients are diagnosed with glaucoma, one of the most common treatment options is a prescription eye drop medication that lowers eye pressure, which prevents damage to the optic nerve and helps to preserve vision. Several types of drugs lower pressure. The choice depends on a lot of factors, including the type of glaucoma, its severity, the pressure goals the doctor wants to reach, and the patient's other medical problems. Learn how to use eye drops. All glaucoma eye drops must be used as directed. If the eye drops are uncomfortable or inconvenient, patients should never discontinue them without consulting the eye doctor about possible alternative glaucoma treatments. Failing to comply with your glaucoma treatment regimen increases your risk of vision loss from glaucoma. Because so many factors affect the choice of medication, the decision is highly individualized to each patient. If one eye drop does not help the patient lower the eye pressure enough, we often will try to switch to a different one, add another medication, or even add a combination of medicines with 2 different eye drops in one bottle. Here are 5 most common types of eye drops prescribed to treat glaucoma.
Good. So the drops. We always tell our patients one of the first things they can do, because it's a chronic condition, they have to continue to take it. Know the name of the drops and the protein. It's always good to know the names. They may say, oh, it's a big name. No, but you can know the name of the drop. It's either Trusop, Cosop, Brimonidine, and know the names. That's the first thing. So drops will be prescribed for you, and you expect you to take it. We will expect you to take it as prescribed, as they don't change. Now, if you have a problem with the drop, some drop, because they put excipients in those, additives in those, the pH, the isotonicity of those must be normal. So it must blend with, it must blend with your normal physiological function of the eye. In other words, the isotonicity, these are big words, but the way it's made, it must blend with your eye. Now, if, for instance, you're taking the eye drop and it's burning you too much, or you could tell your doctor right away, because they can easily change it to sweep it, because there are various categories of eye drops. Tell your doctor right away, and when they do, they'll change it. But please, you don't stop it. And some patients tend to take eye drop today because of cost wise and try to stretch it trying to stretch it, but that is not safe. That's not good, because the pressure has to be maintained to control the pressure has to be controlled. So with regards to the eye drop, we always encourage our patients, and try never to run out of the drops. You need to take, they have to be taken consistently, um, because it slows the rate at which you will go blind. Protect your eye. And of course, always remember, everybody different. So one drop may be good for you, whereas your neighbor uses a different one. So never compare, never compare drops, never compare, because you're using this. You should use that. No, no, it's different, and you may have a different condition, different type of glaucoma. That is why you're using that specific drop. So drops are, these are some of the factors. We may also have a situation where we have combination for improved patient compliance, because we know as healthcare professional that it's tough to put drops into your eye 3 times a day, 4 times a day. So the drops are designed, you can either have it once a day or twice a day, or have it nights, or put it at night, and that will last you long. So that's the way they are designed. And what's happening now, we have combination, progressive research development combination. So you may have a bottle, but they have a combination of two in it. You either have True-Stop and Timolol. You may have Brimonidine and Timolol. So your Travoprost. So you have combination. So you may think is one, but you may have one bottle. Some persons on three of them, they have two in one and one by itself. So that's three. So when I usually tell person, you're on three different drug for your glaucoma, they don't understand. Say, no, it's two. I say, no, you have three, because you have two in one and one in one. That is three. In addition to that, persons may also be on other chronic care medication. Of course, these all medicine have side effects, and don't forget they absorb. For instance, the beta blocker. Persons who are prone to get asthma, that will be avoided, because it can be absorbed and trigger asthma attack and so forth. So that's complication. So when a single eye drop prescription does not help a patient, then the doctor may put combination of addition, by combining medicines with different mechanisms of action. Notice, by combining with different mechanisms of actions, these eye drops lower pressure more than a single drop, and allow patients to maintain a regimen that is simple as possible. Notice what I say, the healthcare provider, the doctor wants you to have a regimen that is as simple as possible. You're a busy person, you have to go to work and so forth. Having too many eye drop bottles complicates adherence, as a patient needs to contend with multiple co-pays, refills, and so forth. So using the fewest bottles and doses per day while maintaining pressure control should be a goal for doctors and for the patient. That's the goal that we, the doctor, healthcare provider, tend to aim for. As few bottles per day, fewer drops per day, and then it makes it easier, because you may also have other medicines to take, and having those medicines to take is a lot. So as we mentioned, combination include, for instance, you may know some of these names: Combigan, Allergan, COSOP. You may know these things, all of these names, but these are combination that are used to think to help you better take your medicines. Good. Let's read. Let's just briefly look at how these drop slows blindness. Prevent. Okay.
Glaucoma is a chronic disease that leads to vision loss. Prescription eye drops work to prevent glaucoma progression, but only if taken on a regular, consistent basis. Research has shown that approximately 40% of patients do not take their glaucoma medications as prescribed or do not continue to refill them. It is important to tell your eye doctor about how you use your eye drops and to provide truthful information about any issues you have. Your doctor can then use this information to tailor a plan that works best for you. Many people have cycling or on off behavior with eye drops, sometimes only using drops before their next appointment. This can be damaging to your eye and confusing to the doctor who needs to measure changes to your eye pressure over time.
Very good. Some more information. Share information with your doctor. Sharing with your doctor both why and when you miss taking your drops can help. For example, some patients can fit drops into their schedule better in the morning or evening. You might match your drop schedule to a specific activity in your routine, such as morning coffee or brushing your teeth. Some patients may benefit from keeping an extra bottle at work. Cell phone reminders can also be helpful. If getting drops into your eye is difficult, please tell your doctor. Sometimes simple changes such as laying back, positioning the bottle straight up and down, or stabilizing your hand can help. Consider having a family member help you if you are still having difficulty. If you think the eye drops are causing side effects, please inform your doctor. A few tips are
Remember to pack your drops when traveling and keep in your carry-on baggage. Wait 5 minutes between putting in different eye drops. Close your eyes firmly for at least 30 seconds after putting in eye drops. Glaucoma care is a team approach. Preventing eye damage only works if the patient follows the treatment plan at home in between visits to the doctor.
very good. So it's a team approach. So those are tips from some friends and some people. Some travel on holidays to Dominica and then they miss their jobs wherever they forget it home. But you have to put in your carry-on luggage. Carry-on luggage is so important. And it says wait 5 minutes between putting in different jobs. 5 minutes, so you may have one or two jobs, different jobs. Wait 5 minutes before put it in, and close your eyes firmly for at least 30 seconds after putting in your drops. But you can always talk to the pharmacist. You can, when you go to collect your drops, talk to the pharmacist to make sure that the way you are giving yourself the drops are correct. You want to make sure that the drops get into the eye and it can control the pressure. And that is the key. So the pharmacists are there to provide you that information, helpful tips as to how to take it, and ensure that once you have difficulty while taking the drops, always tell the pharmacist or tell your doctor, because you want to make sure that you take the drops. So these are tips we give you with regards to glaucoma testing, screening tests. You need to know, get diagnosed. Once you're diagnosed, then it goes from there. The doctor takes over and tells you the best modality of treatment. And of course, once the treatment is prescribed, you may have drops, you may have laser. The pharmacist will really assist in getting the appropriate eye drop for you. Eye drop most suitable one for you, and can give you good advice as to the way to take it. Good. So we wish everyone could those who haven't had an eye test yet, eye screening, we encourage you to do that. Encourage you. You don't want to go too late, because if you go too late, your peripheral vision just disappears so quickly. It's just unbelievable. It just disappears so quickly. Good. So for this week, glaucoma, we at Fresh Market and Best Price, we're playing our part to raise awareness, because we want you to be able to see, we want you to remain healthy. And we want to wish everyone from Best Price and Fresh Market a pleasant.
Want to wish you the same. Any fishing happening this weekend?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Is the season?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to bring in some kawang or what?
The fish is there, you're going to look for it. Yeah. If you don't go, you don't get it, isn't it?
All right. Take care now.
Good job.
Have a great one.
Good job.
All right, Dominica, this is, of course, I'll stop with Fresh Market.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
Well, it doesn't count and it doesn't hurt you. A fresh market, We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out in stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats, prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the front, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh Market, your one stop. Fresh Market.
Hello makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
It brought people together. So the community fed off the pan and fed and cared for the pan and the group of players.
You had 3 women playing steel band. It was Marlene Detush, Cornelia Prosper, and Pamela Shillingford.
Steel band part 3. It was what was good about pan. It brought people together. They assembled around the pan. But for some reason, our communities, when there's a festival in Point Michel or a festival in Granby, what kind of music do you hear? What kind of instruments do you see? What has happened to Jinping, quadrille and dance in a place even like Granby? Steel pan part 3.
You adopt the pan in SMA, you adopt the pan at convent, grammar school.
That's why pan needs to be in the schools, because it can be used to teach children mathematics. So you can make math a joy for children. Steel pan part 3. This Friday, March 30th, Atherton Mate will be joined by Pan Genius James Gregoire as we look at the way forward for Steel Pan in Dominica on Creole Helmets on Q95 FM from 11 a.m. Steel Pan part 3. Pan, in fact, discourages that kind of awful disrespect of the human body by man or woman, and instead replaces it with a sense of belonging, a sense of being cared for, and a sense of learning. This Friday, 11 a.m. on the big session Q95 FM, the revival, the reverb, the Renaissance. Pauline and contribute to the way forward for Steel Band in Dominica.
Different phases in life, we move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job started, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, record dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
Take advantage of NCCU's Momentum Loan and get the support you need for whatever stage you are in life with a tiered interest rate and exclusive emergency fund component. Let NCCU's Momentum hook you up. Call 255-2126. Email here at nccudominica.com or visit any NCCU location for more details. Your pace.
At Court, get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Court, bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
For a faster escape this Easter, spend a minimum of $15 on any Cheetos Crunchies, Cheetos Flaming Hot, Fritos, or Sun Chips, and you could win an Easter weekend trip for two to St. Lucia. That's right, tickets and accommodation at the beautiful Harbor Club Hotel. Here's how Enter, write your name and a telephone number on your receipt and drop it in the entry box provided. Or simply WhatsApp a photo of your receipt with your name to 1767-317-4130. It's that easy. So snack more, relax more, and escape faster with Frito-Lay. Promotion runs from February 18th to April 1st. Terms and conditions apply. Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
If you like quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Toppers snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in
I think
Dominica.
going shopping for farming supplies. So I ask you, what are you doing inside Bloomberg? Do you have a farm? You tell me, that's how it has sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my money farm. They say, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right, at the Valley Link Road, and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
What you're looking for is at the best price. What you're looking for is at the
Best price, best price. Everything is nice. And oh, you will love the price. Convenient and easy. Make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with parking. Best Price open daily all week with home store decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medication, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at Best Price.
you're looking for is at the river.
And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need. From groceries to household essentials, our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale, we're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Rosal, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network, and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with flowing confidence. Distributors for holiday food, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, Juiced Right, Buster. You've gotta have a Buster. Chubby, every day is fun day. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited, where quality is everything.
Again, Dominica, more calls from Nasio and patriotic Dominicans to join in the fight to protect and save Debwash. In that light, it is a bus HE754 that will be leaving Roseau this morning at about 11 o'clock around the Q95 area on Hanover Street. Nasio is saying, come and fight for Dominica. Nasio. What can you tell us is going on as we speak? Yes?
Well, what is going on is from having a stop order by planning, no one has said anything to people of Dominica. Yet we are here witnessing full-fledged work is taking place. The caterpillar is moving stuff in there. The crane is standing up. And China is on site. So, like I was saying this morning, somebody needs to tell the people what is really taking place because there is no information. So people must either assume, speculate. But the people of Dominica, the government need to tell the people what is taking place. If you gave them permission to go in there, so tell the people if whatever is taking place, let the people know. Because if I ask you, Matt, what is taking place here, you would tell me, that's why I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I don't. I really don't know what's going on. But that's so. I've been monitoring Facebook, and a lot of persons, instead of giving you support, they are being criticized. How do you react to
my brother? This is strength for the fire. Don't worry about those who criticize, because that shows you that in this reality called life, everyone have a right to support or to stand against. And that is a beautiful thing. That tells you when they see me standing, they should never have a problem with me standing, because I have no problem with them criticizing So when you feel like you're so strong to say that I am weak, then I don't understand that. So that don't bother me, brother. I am not an enemy of any Dominican as we speak. Anyone. Not nobody in Dominica, a home and abroad. I am standing for my country. And everyone need to understand that, brother. I have not stood to fight with anyone, anywhere. Why is it that you have a problem with me standing for my country? What is wrong with you? So all this is going to just make me fatter and stronger. If you want to kill me or you plan to kill me, go right ahead and do it, brother. I have no fear of nothing, no one at all.
A lot of people were suggesting yesterday they thought that you would have been arrested, but as you said, as you explained, that the police actually, what was good to you.
The police have a work to do. Sometimes the police is not doing the thing they're supposed to do, like stand up with the people and protect the people who pay their salaries. But when the police came, the police did not rush us in any negative vibration, because I can tell you I was there. The man them spoke to me in my ear. The man spoke to me as people, as real people. They never brandish any weapon. The man never come to us in any formal way. Even after the equipment went in, we were still talking to them until we told them there's a stop order, and none of them from that squad knew there was a stop order. So education is good for everyone. Knowledge is good for everyone to know. So it's not a war against the people. It's a war against wicked principalities in high and low places.
But you want to commend the brothers and sisters who came and, of course, stood with you later in the afternoon yesterday.
Yeah, we would like to thank everyone who has stood. We have Holy People, man, Jerry Brisbane, we have Margot, we have so many people there, the Wednesday Walkers. We have so many brothers. There's a brother from Sultan came in yesterday, Gerald, and all them brothers, all the people who participated in standing for their country. I would like to thank them. I am one of them too. I am just a humble little spirit, one of them. And I want to thank everyone who continue to stand. And I want them to know that Goliath thinks that he's so big that no one cannot take him down or no one cannot stop him. Well, this country has constitution. This country has institutions. And as long as we keep on going ahead of our institutions, we have a right to say the institutions that give people right to build and to erect structures are totally compromised.
Totally compromised. And again, Nasio, I know you're standing and you're encouraging others to come, but some people are not moved in terms of, why should I stand for this savior or saving of Debauche? They don't seem to understand what the purpose is.
Well, my brother, I could easily tell you that those who stand, the ancestors will see them. Dominica will feel them. The rivers and mountains will feel the spirit. And those who don't stand and who are against the pro of country, then in the future, they will be looked upon as people who did not stand. Because what is taking place right now is just the beginning of an occupation by the Chinese. People are afraid to say what the truth is. So if you don't want to stand now, tomorrow, maybe a little youth will look upon you and say, Daddy, why you never stand up? Granny, why you never stand up? Great-grandfather, why you never stand up and protect the mountain and the river? So, my brother, I am not there to prevent or to obstruct. Me is a Rasta man, I have no cutlass in my hand. Me don't have no stick. Me don't have nothing. I am just standing for my country saying, what is taking place is not correct. Nothing was done legally, and the government knows it. They know it. They will not tell you it's true, but they could tell you what Nazi said is true. It was done illegally.
I was there yesterday afternoon after you left, and some critics were passing by and they said, you guys are trying to stop the development of Dominica. How do you react to this?
Rubbish, garbage, because we are Debauche. Let me ask anyone who is pro this and pro that. Have you ever seen me up at Wesley protesting against your airport? Okay then. And I want the people to understand in Dominica that we are not here to fight against any Dominican person or individual who has allegiance to their party, neither of their religion. We are not against you. So please don't make a war with I and I like I am at a war with you. I am not at war with you. I am at a war fighting on your behalf Maybe you cannot see what I'm seeing right now. Maybe in the next 50 years you will see it. So my brother, when people come up with this narrative like, oh, trying to destroy our airport or a retard and whatever, bro, this is garbage. This is propaganda that has been given by those who are responsible to feed it on to the little people on the street as a narrative to condemn those who stand up for the truth and right.
All right, Brother Nasir. So what's the next move at this time? What's the next move?
Well, the next move we will be standing until the evening. We'll be standing, and I want to say to all the people of Dominica. Again, I'm saying because we are going through a lot of some rough times up here. We have to stand up in front of Trump. We have to stand up in front of Craig. We have to stand up in front of everybody who don't like us who's passing through. Again, I'm saying to you people, the last thing we want is for us to fight against our own self. I'm calling for a total unification of my people. Be you don't support what NATO is doing, or you supporting some other thing, it's fine. There is place for everyone. I'm not going to obligate you to stand against what you don't want to stand against. But when I stand, you must respect my stand also. It's like you want to have rights and you want to deny me of my rights. So to all the people I say, let the peace we made, man. And we know in the times of war, there is no peace. But this will be written down in the history books. And the people will see. Because if we don't want to listen, then the universe will have to act. And when the universe will act, red, blue, pink, purple, everyone will be involved, my brother. Because we have the authority to call. And God Almighty, the universe, will not resist when we call upon.
Well, Nasir, you know, a few diasporans have actually decided to, of course, work with you, and I decided to sponsor Bossa to meet you maybe tomorrow. What's the best time you will be there tomorrow?
Well, my brother, the vibe is in Obia is free country.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who can contribute to the struggle, tell them come forward. Be to whatever they can do. If you want to come on a bus, you want to come see your site, you want to come see your country, you want to come see the damages, you want to see the illegalities, you want to see the destruction, come through. Be it not. So, if not here tomorrow, no one will come or what. So, anybody who want to come there, go to that free place, come to the place and see. You know, wait for yourself, feel it for yourself, recognize it for yourself.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to join the struggle with Nasir this morning, a brush has been provided. One of you go moving forward. The number is HE754. We'll be leaving around the Q95 area at 11 o'clock this morning. So join the struggle. Of course, support Brother Nasir. Hello, talk to me 9:30. Yes, that's right. Oh, yes.
Little truth them try to hide from long time gone. But I know that looks at it, say, you still water run deep. So watch it out, you running steep. And one time alone with the story, and every eye will see it. Truth will reveal. The truth will reveal. Things that are hidden. I said the things that are high, I keep down in Babylon. Truth will reveal. The truth will reveal. And what is in your heart? Oh, say the truth will reveal. I know the truth will reveal you. Oh, expose truth will reveal. Let the truth be revealed.
You know what I went up and I had my own people telling me, oh, you can't get your money back. They don't get a money back. And I said, no way. I give you $45. They said, I'm my money back. I went in this and I took something, a value to me that I could have used, and they tried to come to me with that nonsense. I told them, I'm going to take your shoes, I'm going to take this for my value, and I walk out of the store. You take too much nonsense from people, people will kick you around. You allow people to talk to you any kind of, they will disrespect you. And what we are doing is enabling invaders to come and kick us around. And when one of us stand up against that kind of nonsense and fight for justice, come with all this kind of nonsense because you are ignorant and you are not too educated on issues and what's taking place around the world, and you have your mind set like a beggar because the leader who runs the country is selling you out. He has sold the country down the drain. And him is the mentality of a beggar. Let me put it back in the place where we are right now, dealing with Donald Trump and the Cuban doctors, okay? For over 30, 40 years, the Caribbean region, Commonwealth nations, have been using the Cuban doctors and nurses, while our people had to migrate outside because they refuse to build a better system. And if somebody is giving you a handout, now you don't sit there every day and get a handout. You build up the system while you're getting a help. And this is where we are built. So what we have done now, we turn from Cuba as beggars and we go to China as beggars, and we feel like right now we can't do without them because we are set there and depend on somebody else to put food on the table for much too long. And it's time people rise and get out of them ignorance. Yesterday was really upsetting to me when I heard that man, River Nika. Wow. And this is not you. River Nika, your ideology is Dominica has many rivers, and this is why you like it. You don't call it Dominica. I don't like the word Dominica because it's but for you to attack the man like that, it's really shameful of you. It tells me that you don't know what you're talking about because you're channeling Marcus Garvey, you're channeling the king of the but then you don't know them man, you don't read about them man. The little bit you know about them man, you pick up in the reggae music. Go study things to last. When he made the speech that Bob Marley made in a song named War, it's a speech given because of injustice. At that time it was the League of Nations, which is now the United Nations. Marcus Garvey, unification of Africans for Africans. Okay, Africa for the Africans. To develop yourself. It's not to sit around talk and discuss who is with a white woman and who is a this and that. It's about unification for all to come together and build a nation. So it's key to my brother. You must understand what you are hearing, and if you're not sure, go read, educate yourself. And I say that to any one of us, man, who are so ignorant, fighting the people who are fighting their best interests, don't know enough of them on YouTube fighting against NATO. A lot of them people will never get on a plane and leave out of Dominica from that same international airport they want to see why destroying the natural environment. tearing up river, killing marine biodiversity. You spoke up yesterday, Matt, yesterday on your show. Somebody said that the fish that on the west coast, so the mining is killing the fish running because the reefs are dying. And you're doing the same thing on the east coast. The people right here in California, I heard Mr. Mason yesterday. He spoke up the life that he grew up with this natural environment, and it was a source to the people, great resource. You eat, you bathe, you wash your clothes, you drink the water. Have people coming from far yonder. But you know the reason for them staying down the mountain is not for the airport, man. I see you have Clarence Christian on you, and you can't answer your question. The reason for the mountain, man, China is after critical mineral. Critical mineral is all the things that build rockets, computers, and all the things. And they have one of the biggest stacks of minerals around the world, bigger than America. And these things are what part of what I told you before: resource, gold, water, critical mineral. Any kind of thing of that value in that, these are the new stages of war. This is where mankind is moving. Okay, and then when they finish tear that mountain up, the land's gonna be poisoned. Because when you mine, you create another bigger problem than there was before. And if anybody don't know, go read the effects of mining. Look at Papua New Guinea, how the destruction of mining and the waste. Right here in the region, go to Guyana, river destroyed. These things have the really the side effects of waste with the benefit. My listen, I'm listening, my brother. It's just like the
You see their faces, but you never know their thoughts. Every baby knows that dog is deep, so deep. You see their actions, but you
Our next stop is Pharmacy. Again, those of you who want to join Nasio in the struggle, standing for the march, you can, of course, get on the bus this morning, HE754.
I said the things that them high keep down inside. Truth will reveal, the truth will reveal what's in their heart. What is in their heart. Oh yeah. Said the truth will I said the truth will reveal, yeah. Like the truth them try to hide, long time gone. But you and I know that looks at and say, yeah, you man.
Good.
The waters run deep, so what you thought you running deep. And one time my love will prove the story, and every eye will see. Truth will reveal, the truth will reveal things that are hidden, everything that I keep down in Babylon. Truth will reveal, the truth will reveal what's in their heart. What is in their heart? Oh. I know the truth will reveal you. Oh, both them. Expose them. Truth will reveal. Let the truth be revealed, yeah. Truth will reveal.
So the community fed off the pan and fed and cared for the pan and the group of players.
You had three women playing steel band. It was Marlene Destouche, Cornelia Prosper, and Pamela Shillingford.
Steel band part 3
Was what was good about pan. It brought people together. They assembled around the pan. But for some reason, our communities, when there's a festival in Point Michel or a festival in Granby, what kind of music do you hear? What kind of instruments do you see? What has happened to Jinping, quadrille and dance in a place even like Granby?
Steel band part
3. You adopt the pan in SME, you adopt the pan at convent, grammar school.
That's why pan needs to be in the schools, because it can be used to teach children mathematics. So you can make math a joy for children.
Steel band part 3. This Friday, March 30th, Atherton Market will be joined by Pan Genius James Gregoire as we look at the way forward for Steel Pan in Dominica on Creole Health on Q95 FM from 11 a.m. Steel Pan part 3.
Pan, in fact, discourages that kind of awful disrespect of the human body by man or woman, and instead replaces it with a sense of belonging, a sense of being cared for, and a sense of learning.
This Friday, 11 a.m. on the Big Circuit Q95 FM, the revival, the rebirth, the renaissance. Paulina contribute to the way forward for Steel Band in Dominica.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
Cough, cold, sore throat, getting you down? Get Fitzroy mentholated cough and cold syrup for the symptomatic relief of cough, colds, cataract, and sore throats. Fitzroy Cough and Cold instantly release and can be taken every 2 hours. It is pleasant tasting and competitively priced. Fitzroy Cough and Cold, manufactured in England. Fitzroy Cough and Cold, the relief you're looking for.
Distributed by Jolly's Pharmacy Limited.
This morning feeling risky. I had patients to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And don't in the street, Jolly's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now. I'm ready to become any mission. If you see me forget, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one. Jolly's forget. We can't have one. Jolly's forget. Boost up the immune system. Jolly's forget. Yo, Dominic is about part of box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Experiencing muscle pains? Use Ferrol Mentholated Rub to treat your joints and muscular aches and pains. Get relief from backaches, strains, sprains, and arthritic and rheumatic pains, so you can continue your regular daily routines. Ferrol Mentholated Rub is also gentle enough to relieve coughs, colds, and nasal congestion.
Available at Jolly's Pharmacy and all our locations island-wide.
Real Ojaz. Jolly's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend of Oil of Ojaz is like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojaz to massage aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect. Reduce anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojaz. Bon remède pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guache. Cultivate wings to be blessed. Spleen may pass it boldinance. Oil of Ojaz, proudly manufactured by Jolly's Pharmacy, trusted by families all over the world, and available on Amazon.
Again, let's say good morning to Miss Joseph from Jolly's Pharmacy.
Hi, good morning, Matt, and good morning. to
How are
the
you?
listeners. I'm well. How are you?
I see you. What are you sporting your hairstyle this morning? Very
Yes.
different.
Oh, it's just down.
It's just down. Okay.
Yeah.
It says wrapped up. Okay.
Okay. Well, good morning to our many listeners, and welcome back to Jolly's Market on Q95. Today, I'm going to taking a few minutes to recap this week's Health Vibes discussion,
Okay.
where we had a very informative conversation about with Dr. Nancy Lawrence. And we were discussing a condition that affects a few persons in Dominica, and that is glaucoma. Of course, this week is recognized as Glaucoma Week. Now, glaucoma is a disease of the eye that can lead to blindness, meaning partial or complete loss of vision if not detected and treated early. So, what makes glaucoma especially concerning is that many people may have it and not even realize it. And this is because glaucoma is often referred to as the silent thief of sight. Right? So there are several different types of glaucoma, and in some cases, the condition can develop slowly without any obvious warning signs. And that means that a person's vision may gradually deteriorate over time before they can recognize that something is wrong. So this is why regular eye examinations are so important. And during the discussion with Dr. Lawrence, some highlighted major risks of glaucoma were mentioned, and one of the big risks is race. As people of African descent, we have a higher risk of developing the condition, and of course, genetics play a significant role. So, if someone in your family has glaucoma, your chances may be higher. Another risk associated with the eye disease is previous trauma or injury to the eye, the long-term use of steroid medications, and elevated intraocular pressure, which simply means that you have an increased pressure inside of your eye, and this pressure builds up and can cause damage on your optic nerve, which is responsible for transmitting visual information from the eye to the brain. So this the type of glaucoma that is most common in our population is open angle glaucoma. And one of the early signs of this condition is loss of peripheral vision, which means that the ability to see objects on the sides gradually begin to decrease. So unfortunately, because this can change or this can happen slowly, many people do not notice it until the disease has progressed. So the good news, however, is that treatments options are available. Management may include prescription eye drops, which may lower the pressure in the eye. And in some cases, doctors have recommended laser therapy or surgery to help control the condition or prevent further damage to the optic nerve. We also spoke about minor eye issues that many people experience from time to time, things like dryness, redness, or mild inflammation. And these symptoms can often be managed with over-the-counter eye drops, which are available at Jolly's Pharmacy, and I'll highlight in our next segment. And however, if those symptoms persist for long periods of time or worsen, it is important to seek medical attention rather than self-treating for too long. Another key message from this discussion is the importance of regular eye examinations. Even if you feel like your vision is perfectly fine, it is recommended that adults have their eyes checked every 1 to 2 years, as many eye conditions, including glaucoma, can develop without noticeable symptoms in their early stages. So routine checkups can make all the difference. Of course, Health Vibes often discuss that getting there or checking yourself is better than finding a cure. Of course, we want to make sure that we are detecting things early. So getting our regular checkups, seeing our doctors regularly once a year, once every 2 years, especially as mentioned here, when it comes to your eyes, it's very important. It can make the difference and save your vision. We also touched briefly on how vision naturally changes with age. After about the age of 40, many persons begin to notice that it's difficult to focus on objects that are up close. And this is a normal condition called presbyopia, which occurs because the lens of the eyes gradually loses its flexibility. And for mild cases, we offer over-the-counter reading glasses, which can often help with the task of reading or using your cellular devices. However, as vision changes and become more significant, it is best to consult an ophthalmologist or an eye doctor who can properly assess your eyes and prescribe corrective lenses if that is necessary. So, the takeaway from this week's Health Vibe discussion with Dr. Nancy Lawrence, who is an ophthalmologist, is simple, very important, and that is to protect your vision. And it starts with awareness of glaucoma and what the signs and symptoms look like. And of course, regular eye care. Again, early detection and treatment can help prevent your permanent vision loss. So let's take care of our eyes, schedule those routine checkups, and encourage our family members to do the same. That is your recap of Health Vibes on Jolly's Market this morning. We're going to take a short break before we move on to some products that can assist.
Pharmacy, brand new website, www.johnny's.gm. It's your time to jump the line. Shop now at johnny's.gm and have your items delivered in the comfort of your office. No more standing in line. No need to use your lunch hour to shop. Hassle-free shopping, safe and secure. Johnny's.gm. Rush delivery, 1 hour. In-store pickup, regular delivery, 5 p.m. Cut-off time, 4 p.m. It's your time to jump the line. Visit us at www.johnny's.gm. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Cough, cold, sore throat, getting you down? Get Fitzroy Mentholated Cough and Cold Syrup for the symptomatic relief of cough, colds, cataract, and sore throats. Fitzroy Cough and Cold instantly release and can be taken every 2 hours. It is pleasant tasting and competitively priced. Fitzroy Cough and Cold is manufactured in England. Fitzroy Cough and Cold, the relief you're looking for.
Distributed by Jolly's Pharmacy Limited.
Woke up this morning feeling missing. I had been patient to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly. And don't you got treat a list system, my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now, I'm ready to work like it on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one, Jolly's forget. We can't have everyone, Jolly's forget. The immune system, Jolly's forget. Yo, Dominic, it's about Father Box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy, then boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way.
Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing vibes to health with Health Vibes. Health Vibes. Each and every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with your hosts, Trudy Kristen, and co-host pharmacist Jessica Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor. And not forgetting lots of vibes. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Experiencing muscle pains? Use Ferrol Mentholated Rub to treat your joints and muscular aches and pains. Get relief from backaches, strains, sprains, and arthritic and rheumatic pains, so you can continue your regular daily routines. Ferrol Mentholated Rub is also gentle enough to relieve coughs, colds, and nasal congestion.
Available at Jolly's Pharmacy and all our locations island-wide.
Into real Ojaz. Jolly the Royal Herb Blend of Oil of Ojaz is like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojaz to massage the aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojaz. Pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha. Cultivate wings ou tapis bless. Speed may pass it boldinance. Oil of Ojaz. Proudly manufactured by Jolly's Pharmacy, trusted by families all over the world, and available on Amazon.
Let's go back to Miss Joseph, of course, as we wrap up this stop of Jolly's Market this morning, Friday.
Okay.
Back to you.
And as we usually do on Jolly's Market, we take a moment to highlight a few products available at Jolly's Pharmacy that can help your health. And this week, since we are discussing glaucoma and overall eye health, we are looking at a few products that are eye care related and that can help support and maintain your healthy vision. So first up, we have the QC OcuHealth with lutein tablets. And this currently retails at $25 at Jolly's Pharmacy. Now, many listeners may be wondering what exactly is lutein or lutein and why is it so important for eye health. Now, lutein is a powerful oxidant that or antioxidant that belongs to a group of nutrients called the carotenoids, which are naturally found in the eye, particularly in the macula. And the macula is the part of the eye that is responsible for central vision and sharp vision detail. So, this is something that we rely on when reading, driving, and recognizing faces. So, one of the major benefits of lutein is that it helps filter harmful blue light from digital screens and sunlight, which can damage the delicate surface of the eye over time. And it also protects the eye from oxidative stress, which can contribute to eye related or age related eye problems. So, for persons who may not be getting enough of these nutrients in their diet, supplements like the OcuHealth with lutein from QC is definitely an option to support your long term eye health and maintain healthy vision as we age. And as we mentioned earlier in our discussions, glaucoma. And when we were discussing glaucoma, is that protecting the structure of your eye and maintaining overall eye health is definitely increasingly important. And so that is our first product that we are mentioning. And moving on to a trusted eye care brand, that's Optrex. And they are referred to as the experts in eye care. We carry the Optrex Multi Action Eye Wash, which is available in the 100 ml for $29.95 and the 300 ml for $53.95. This eye wash is designed to cleanse, soothe, and refresh tired eyes. It is particularly useful for people who are experiencing irritation, sensitivity, dryness, or itchiness, which can occur due to dust, pollen, allergies, or even prolonged screen time. I know a lot of us love our phones, so if you're experiencing any dryness, this product can be great for you. Now, while products like these do not treat glaucoma, they can play a supportive role in maintaining general eye comfort and hygiene. Remember from our earlier discussion is that glaucoma involves pressure within the eye, which can damage the optic nerve. So again, maintaining that overall health and addressing any minor irritations promptly can prevent additional stress on the eye. Now, the Optrex multi-action eye wash works for generally and gently rinsing away particles and impurities from the eye, helping the eye feel refreshed and comfortable, especially after long days at work, exposure to dust or environmental irritants. And staying within the Optrex brand, we also carry their soothing eye drops, which retails for $34. These eye drops are specifically formulated to cool and relieve itchy eyes, providing fast relief. And these are for persons who are also dealing with irritation, dryness, or tired eyes. If you're experiencing this caused by long hours on the computer, phone, or reading, these drops can help your eyes feel hydrated and soothe them, restoring comfort fairly quickly. Of course, they are excellent for temporary relief for everyday eye discomfort. And if these symptoms of irritation persist, we should not be ignoring them and we should be seeing a medical doctor, a medical practitioner if you're seeing that these symptoms persist. Okay, so remember, your eyes are one of your most valuable senses, so let's take care of them through nutrition, good eye hygiene, and regular eye exams. Of course, these products can be found at Jolly's Pharmacy. And I would like to go on to give some updates about the store. Of course, as we wrap up today's session, first I want to give the update that our operation since the recent fire has been adjusting, right? And we are working hard to serve the public as best as we can. And so our wholesale location has now been transformed to temporarily house multiple services so that we can continue to serve you. So the space now accommodates a retail shopping area, a pharmacy counter, as well as the wholesale to allow for purchases in this one location. So whether you are looking to pick up your prescriptions, your everyday necessities, or your favorite Jolly's Pharmacy products, you can do so in that one convenient area. Of course, our King George branch was a lot of people's favorite branch. So we're back in that general area where you can get your pharmaceuticals as well as any retail products. And again, it's still our wholesale brand. So if you'd like to buy in bulk, you can still do so at this location as well. So all of this will begin on Monday. And let me let you know about their business hours. And these changes to the business hours at our King George branch also apply to our Great George Street branch. That is, of course, the branch that is close to All Saints. So from Monday to Friday, it will be open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday at 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we are now closing on Sundays. So the Sundays are now closed for Great George. So please take note of this. And then our wholesale, although located in the King George Street branch, the hours will be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'll also let you know about our mega location, of course, which is in Fonkole, which is open and ready to serve. That is Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're looking for your Jolly's products on a Sunday and you are in the Fonkolo area, that will definitely be the branch that you look to. That would be our JP Mega branch. And then, of course, our branch in Portsmouth is open Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., and closed on a Sunday. So we encourage everyone to stop by, of course, to get your pharmaceutical products and products that you depend on. Your favorite household products are available, and we are happy and willing to serve. Of course, our second update is definitely one that we are very excited about and people have been asking. And this is about our 6th annual National 5K Wellness Run, which is hosted by the Jolly's Pharmacy. It is still on, and we are very excited to ensure that it's still going on, even though the company has experienced a major setback and fire. We have made the decision to continue with the run because the event is much bigger than Jolly's Pharmacy itself. Over the years, the run has become an event that brings the community together, encourages people to build healthy habits, and of course, challenging themselves to complete the race. And of course, a lot of our athletes really look forward to the challenge and the competitive spirit of the event. And most importantly, the run has also been about supporting meaningful health causes. And so this year, the 6th annual National 5K Wellness Run will be held in support of persons living with disabilities. And the proceeds will be benefiting two very important organizations, which is the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, or the DAPD, and Circle of Friends. The run will take place April 25th, so mark this down in your calendar. And the meeting place for the run is the Newtown Savannah. We have changed the route, so please take a look or keep your eyes open for the final flyer where the route will be included. We have changed the route. We are not meeting in Massac. We are meeting at the Newtown Savannah from 3 p.m. and the race or the run will promptly begin at 4 p.m. Okay, so the colors, the theme of the year, the colors are blue and yellow. So you can already start looking for those outfits, sneakers, accessories in those colors. Get your friends and family involved and prepared to come out and enjoy a fantastic afternoon of fitness, fun, and community spirit. And keep an eye out on our social media pages for these updates, as we will be soon announcing that registration will be open. So keep a lookout for that. And we remain committed to serving the people of Dominica and continue to have these initiatives to promote healthier lifestyles. If you are looking to contact us, our office lines are back up, so you can call us at 448-3388. And if you're looking to place an order with the wholesale, the number is 616-3393. This number also has a WhatsApp option. If you would like to send a message, you can do so. However, this number is solely for the wholesale. So I will repeat, 616-3393. And we look forward to serving you. All right. Please keep your eye open on our social media pages for updates. And it was a pleasure to be on this morning.
A pleasure always. Have a great weekend this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I had the patience to call it sing, but I end up in Jolly's pharmacy. And down in the street, Jolly's system, my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now, I'm ready to work like the can any mission. If you see me forget, Jolly's pharmacy is number one, Jolly's forget. We keep up on me, one Jolly's forget. It's the immune system, Jolly's forget. Yo, Dominic, it's about the box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Johnny's Pharmacy, then boost me up real quick. Johnny's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
Johnny's Pharmacy is bringing vibes to health with Health Vibes. Health Vibes. Each and every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Your hosts, Trudy Kristen, and co-host pharmacists Jacinta Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor, and not forgetting lots of vibes. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in each and every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in health.
It brought people together. So the community fed off the pan and fed and cared for the pan and the group of players.
You had 3 women playing steel band. It was Marlene Detush, Cornelia Prosper, and Pamela Shillingford.
Steel Band Part 3.
It was what was good about pan. It brought people together. They assembled around the pan. But for some reason, our communities, when there's a festival in Point Michel or a festival in Grand Bay, what kind of music do you hear? What kind of instruments do you see? What has happened to Jinping, quadrille and dance in a place even like Grand Bay?
Steel Band Part 3.
You adopt the pan in SMA, you adopt the pan at Convent Grammar School.
That's why pan needs to be in the schools, because it can be used to teach children mathematics. So you can make math a joy for children.
Steel Band Part 3. This Friday, March 30th, Atherton Mate will be joined by Pan Genius James Gregoire as we look at the way forward for Steel Pan in Dominica on Creole Helmets on Q95 FM from 11 a.m. Steel Pan Part 3.
Pan, in fact, discourages that kind of awful disrespect of the human body by man or woman, and instead replaces it with a sense of belonging, a sense of being cared for, and a sense of learning.
This Friday, 11 a.m. on the big session Q95 FM, the revival, the rebirth, the renaissance, Paulina contribute to the way forward for Steel Band in Dominica.
Experiencing muscle pains? Use Ferrol Mentholated Rub to treat your joints and muscular aches and pains. Get relief from backaches, strains, sprains, and arthritic and rheumatic pains, so you can continue your regular daily routines. Ferrol Mentholated Rub is also gentle enough to relieve coughs, colds, and nasal congestion.
Available at Jolly's Pharmacy and all our locations island-wide.
Into real Ojaz. Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojaz is like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojaz to massage aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojaz. Bon remède pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha. Cultivez wings, sous tapis bless. Spleen, hair, passé, boldinance. Oil of Ojaz. Proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy. Trusted by families all over the world and available on Amazon.
All right, Dominique, our next stop is with Belfast this morning. But before we get there, we spoke this morning of the death of young Tyson, only 14 years old, who died as a result of a battle with cancer for a few months, I will say. But on the telephone with me to say thank you to Dominica is his father, Albert Tyson, who's been at his side for all these months. I want to say thank you to Dominica, those who stood with him during the struggle. Lena, who will lay his son to rest, of course, in the next few days. Albert Tyson, good morning to you. Our deepest sympathies. How are you doing, sir? Trying to be strong. What time did he pass last night? Can you tell us that story? I mean, that led to his death last evening? What was his final days like with you? I know he was always expressing love there. Mm-hmm.
know, and
Uh-huh.
he keep up, that he was prepared, to make that change together.
Okay, but you just want to say thank you to the people of Dominica at this time.
And I especially want to thank you, Matt, and the management and staff of the 95, and of course, Precious, they thank you, and Father John, especially, and all family relatives, everybody who contributes, people from stand there. Because I keep on getting calls from numbers I didn't recognize, but people who help us for the time of the restaurant. Thank you for all the contributions that you made, and prayers. Thank you for all the love, that was to us, and we appreciate it, and we will be forever grateful to you, Matt. So thank you very much, and all your listeners, everybody who contributed, everybody who prayed for everybody who survived, because of time. Thank you, everybody. We will be forever grateful to you. But I'm very sorry, it was a fight and we never give up. I know you would want us to be strong, to hold our head up high, and to be, but everything. And nobody wants to say right now, I think collectively I'm stuck up. So help the ministry to help I'm present for us to get the rescue that the correct set to the
Again, thank you, man. Mhm. All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I know. Q, yeah, Q. Uh-huh. All right, thank you, brother. Stay strong. Stay strong. Bye-bye. 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 Some sad news there, as we lost our brother Tayo, only at 14 years old, after a battle of cancer.
Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon. Gone too soon. Like a cat.
Our next stop, of course, with Belfast. Stick around, Dominica.
So the community fed off the pan and fed and cared for the pan and the group of players.
You had 3 women playing steel band. It was Marlene Detush, Cornelia Prosper, and Pamela Shillingford.
Steel Band Part 3.
Was what was good about pan. It brought people together. They assembled around the pan. But for some reason, our communities, when there's a festival in Point Michel or a festival in Granby, what kind of music do you hear? What kind of instruments do you see? What has happened to Jinping, quadrille and dance in a place even like Granby?
Steel Band Part 3.
You adopt the pan in SME, you adopt the pan at convent, grammar school.
That's why pan needs to be in the schools, because it can be used to teach children mathematics. So you can make math a joy for children.
Steel Band Part 3. This Friday, March 30th, Atherton Mate will be joined by Pan Genius James Gregoire as we look at the way forward for Steel Pan in Dominica on Creole Helmets on Q95 FM from 11 a.m. Steel Pan Part 3.
Pan, in fact, discourages that kind of awful disrespect of the human body by man or woman, and instead replaces it with a sense of belonging, a sense of being cared for, and a sense of learning.
This Friday, 11 a.m. on the Big Session 295 FM. The revival, the rebirth, the renaissance. Rolling and contribute to the way forward for Steel Band in Dominica.
Quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Toffee snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? DBB style. DBB nice. DBB fine. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice.
All right, Dominic, we're here with Belfast. Good morning, good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
All right.
Good.
Everything good with you? What's happening with Belfast?
So we don't have much happening as it's the Lenten season.
Mhm.
So I'm not coming here to say much. I just want to say that we have quenchers on sale,
Mhm.
3 for 10, and you can get that from Biscuit in Roseau. So if you want to call him and purchase, you can call him on 245-1645. We don't have much. We just want our listeners to take the Lenten season as a time to reflect, sacrifice, give up if it's sugar, if it's juice.
What did you give up? What are you giving up?
What did I give up? To be honest, I didn't give up anything. No? That's bad.
You have to reflect.
Yes.
And give up something.
Yes. So we can take a quick break and we'll be right back.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturer of Dominica's finest rums. Exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, the Sunblast juices, Toffee snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? DBB style. DBB nice. DBB fine. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB fine. DBB nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum. BB Spice Rum, distributed by
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt, smooth, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt there. Vitamalt, vitalize naturally. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
There's Smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years old.
Back to you as we wrap up this morning.
So we have sale on our quenchers juices. You can get 3 of them for $10. You can get it from the Road Boy bus in town.
Okay.
Look out for it. Or if you want to call, you can call the Belfast number and we can come to your location. So we can move on to the Barbie Gubs. Or you want to try and call to see if they will guess the Island Chilo, we can put that for next week.
Put it for next week,
Put
okay?
for next week, no problem.
All right, I think you have to put on your phone for me again because I missed that. All right, Steel Pan Music coming up next right here on Q95. So stick around for the 3rd edition there of Steel Pan coming up next. We have a whole crew on the outside there waiting. So let's say hi to the bars. Of course, the Jaw Drop Hotspot in Maho, Brigadier's Bar, Paybush, the MP's MP Shop, Massac, Man's Bar, Woodbridge Bay. Good morning to you, Man. Davos Bar, Rose on the Highway Bar, Portersville, Wallsport Container Bar, Roseau, Deborah's Bar, Massac, and Brian's Bar in San Sauvé. These businesses, of course, continue to support the brand, and we appreciate every single one of them. So thank you, and of course, continue to support Belfast. Any final comments before you go?
Oh, that's it. See you next week.
See you next week. All right. You seem like you want to go far from me
No.
this morning. I just joking. Next week. We have some giveaways next week, okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Stick around for Pan. Still Pan Part 3.